And two, one, we're on.
Why, good day, ladies and gentlemen. Just remember, you can't kill people to mumble rap.
What?
We don't condone violence. We're sorry, we condone violence here. You get what we're saying.
Disavow, bro. Not like
We disavow, thank you. But yes, you really can't grease people to mumble rap.
So one hello, like 2020 just keeps on delivering, eh, bro?
Oh, I know. This is like, man, like I am seriously wanting to go get a popcorn machine just so I can just continuously watch the trash burn in this dumpster fire of a year.
Yeah, it is like just unreasonable.
Like I don't know between China stepping up their border security with India.
Oh yeah, on what the hell was that mountain? Like in the
Oh
mountains there.
God. Yeah, it's because what was it? China wants to start getting some supply chains to Pakistan or something, but India's like, fuck you, get
Yeah,
out of here.
not
And
surprising
India and
there.
China's relations have been going down. You have Trump that's been, I mean, he's always constantly targeted by the media, and he even passed any American viewers here that wants to that want to shoot us some clarification. But what bill that Trump passed for disavowing, not disavowing, but preventing social media and news and media agencies to say fuck you on censoring free speech.
Yeah, I seen that. Drop the nuclear option on them. If they are caught being biased, they lose their 230 protection now.
Yeah,
He's gonna enforce it. He's gonna
yeah,
enforce. And the first thing Twitter did tonight was they did it again. They censored one of his tweets again tonight. I couldn't
yeah.
fucking believe it.
Oh man, like shit is getting beyond spicy, man. This is like 2020 is like the hottest vindaloo you're gonna fucking get.
Ooh boy, it is just unreal.
Man,
Like,
you're gonna need all the fucking toilet paper after this.
well, yeah, everyone's just continue. Wow, oh wow, you are frame dragging hard.
Oh,
No, it's
fucking.
my connection's kind of gypsy at the moment.
It's all right. Mine's been pretty gypsy too.
Like we
I'm
just moved
pretty.
into the new place this week, and like it's a literally a turn of the century home. So like all the walls are actually like board and plaster still.
Oh, nice. Probably still have lead paint in it and asbestos.
No, they repainted almost all the walls with non-lead paint, thank Christ. But as you can see behind me, I am in the classiest room. I set up my new computer, or my, well, not my new computer, my computer in the new foyer. I feel classy as fuck. There'll be a bookshelf behind me. I have got, you can't see it because the light's coming through it, but that's a stained glass window
Nice.
behind me,
Fucking
surrounded by
fancy
a rich
motherfucker.
mahogany frame.
Ooh.
Money.
You can have some pretty, not to sound like a nerd, but you can have some pretty sweet D&D campaigns in that house.
You're telling me, bro. Like, we're setting this whole area basically as my, like, sort of gaming area.
Fuck
So
yeah.
I've got the computer here. Behind me, I'm going to have the table for tabletop gaming.
That's gonna be sick. I have to get a flight out to Ontario once.
Oh, yeah, once you're done your packing, man, you can move out here and work at this hospital. They're begging for freaking
For tax.
tax. Yeah. Begging for them.
Oh no, like I don't know what Alberta Health Services is doing out here. I really can't say anything, but they're trying their darndest to get people out there in the field. Um, for some polytech schools out here, they're going to be hurting. They're going to be hurting come springtime because their first semester next fall is going to be all online.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That is insane. Yeah, so um, it has been an absolute shit show of a week. Like things are starting to
I
open
mean,
back up in places, and then all this fucking shit happens. Like down in the States, like holy Christ.
I mean, I don't know the whole situation, but reading what happened to George Floyd, I feel for the guy. I mean, like Jesus. I mean, rest his soul. But that fucking cop,
That was cold blooded murder.
it
Like,
was,
I know
and
that like we're supposed to say like guilt, innocent until proven guilty, and I believe that like the dude deserves a trial, but there's no defending what he did. He was caught on camera choking a dude out with his knee for 8 straight minutes, and I guess they just arrested him today.
yeah, after like what police precinct got burnt down, looting of fucking Target, looting of fucking the streets.
Well, here's the thing about that Target. I guess it was specifically that one because Target is headquartered in Minneapolis, and that is the Target they use to test bed all of their new stuff for like loss prevention. So they literally set it up in the worst neighborhoods possible with the intention of seeing how their anti-theft systems work. So that's why they hated
So
it, because it was like annoyingly aggressive to the people in that neighborhood.
okay,
But
that
like,
sounds like
I honestly, bro, I there's like the people that are rioting and burning shit down. Those aren't the people who live there. They aren't the people that live there. Like I've been watching news reports in and out of there all day from like actual like guys on the ground, like Andy No and shit like that.
yeah.
And all the people who are there, like who live in this neighborhood, they're either peacefully protesting just fine, or they're guarding stores in their neighborhoods.
Yeah, I
They're
seen
saying
that. I
that
mean,
like they're
people
saying
were,
that all these other like people have been bussed in to riot, and people have been driving into the city to riot. Like I don't want to point fingers, but I'm pretty sure that there's a few radical factions of BLM and Antifa that are there just basically using as an excuse to you know
cause
burn
shit.
everything
Yeah,
down.
like kind of like the CN. Not to sound like a conspiracy theorist, but we had Antifa up here at the CN, blocking CN Railway, saying that they were for, um, they were for the reserve out there, and honestly, everyone that was there was saying these guys are not part of us.
Yeah. Like Antifa, they're pretty much fucking terrorists at this point.
Oh yeah, man. Like they are fucking international terrorists at this point to fucking tear down
Well, you look at it this way,
anything
man.
that we
Like
have.
you look at the definition of terrorism, and they fit it almost perfectly. They cover their faces. They only attack where they know that they're going to win the fight. They're using violence and intimidation tactics to force an ideological agenda. And, well, like, what
They're
else is
definitely
there?
not
Like,
nice
their
people.
overarching ideology is basically one of destruction. That's it. They've got no redeeming qualities to them whatsoever other than to tear everything down and not think about what to do with the ashes afterwards.
Yeah, makes you think where the fuck they found these people at.
I don't know. But, like, that shit that was going on down in the States, man. Like, you remember a couple weeks ago you sent me that link to that one website or that one page on Facebook, All Cops Are Bastards or something like that?
Yes. Yeah, it was a complete it was anti-police propaganda. Just right after the incident that would happen in Lethbridge with the police department and the stormtrooper and the clerk dressed up as a stormtrooper.
Yeah, like what was going on there with that? Like, you gotta
Some
realize that
somebody.
the police perception right now in a lot of these areas, like, they've, like, public perception of the police department has got to be at an all-time low. Trust in the police is at an all-time low.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
these are institutions that people used to look up to, know that if, shit was going sideways, that they could count on them, to come help sort shit out. And now, it's almost like it's a, like we both got friends in law enforcement. We know it's not hashtag all cops,
yeah.
but at some point, man, like,
Okay, yes, there's bad apples in all departments. The good people are gonna, the good officers are gonna try to do their best and not get on camera, not be in these situations. And at this point, the individual officers have to be held accountable for, because the moment this shit happens, everyone in that department and every other cop that has to work the street is gonna get attacked. And what's gonna happen next? They're gonna start looking at other first responder units like fire and EMS. Because if fire didn't do their job, then next thing you know, fire are bad guys. Oh, the EMS can't pick up the bodies now, or pick up any patients, because they deem they can't go without a police escort now.
yeah.
So next thing you know, EMS might be considered hostile, or not hostile, but deemed unwanted. But it's getting bad, and there has to be some voice coming up from the people that actually have to work the streets, the people that actually have to drive the vehicles and deal with the public. There has to be more. I would like to see more vocalness, more participation from them, more voices from them, not just them doing their job.
Yeah, but
Yes, I
this
understand,
individual cop,
people are afraid
man,
to speak
like,
up.
this individual cop was like just fucked. Like, you see this man, this guy had 18 internal complaints against him. He's
That's
apparently like he fired his gun at two people on one occasion. He's threatened suspects on numerous occasions. Like this guy is an absolute freaking, like, I don't know how this asshole, like, and people like him manage to keep their jobs. Like, there's like in any other industries, people like this who abuse their power so wildly would be turfed in an instant.
Do you think he was protected by something? Do you think he was protected by some officer that? I mean, we've all known people who have been under someone else's wing throughout their entire career, and the moment that wing goes away, that person gets burned.
I think at this point, man, it's got to be like, I'm leaning on, maybe there's got to be a serious reform in their union.
Yeah.
Because if the union's going to go out of their way to protect scumbags like this, like,
oh, the union's going to pay for the damages that were caused by scumbags like this.
like the dude straight up, like, his position is completely indefensible. He was caught killing the dude in broad daylight, surrounded by
and
three other
his partner
officers.
just stood back.
Just stood there. And you know what pissed me off the most? Is all the fucking assholes sitting there recording it. And yeah, they're all screaming at the cops like, you're killing me, killing him. Like, at what point do you step up, man? You gotta, like you gotta get in there.
I know we're in a culture right now where it's easy to pull out your camera and start taking pictures and video. And maybe this was one of those situations where, I mean, I don't know if people were afraid, because let's face it, the cops do have guns, and we don't know what their rules of engagement are.
They're basically killing a dude in broad daylight. Like, who knows? Like, if that cop's not just gonna pull out his fucking gun and start shooting the fucker. I guess, I don't know.
Yeah, just like the moment some citizen comes up to say, "Hey, that's wrong," then all of a sudden, that person's life is in jeopardy.
It makes my blood run cold that,
dude, this is Afghan National Police level fucking bullshit.
Yeah, this is the behavior I'd expected of some impoverished third world,
Oh,
that
God.
shithole. Like, this is the kind of terror tactics we've seen employed by, third world despots.
Yeah, man, like fucking working at the front gate of Afghanistan, we had this one trucker come in, and he had a hole in his foot because one of the fucking Afghan National Police ANP tried to extort $20 off the dude, and said if you didn't fucking give me $20, well, sorry, at least the Afghan equivalent of $20, um, then I won't shoot you in the foot. Well, the guy didn't have the money, and next thing you know, the AMP dummies around through the driver's foot. He comes to the front gate because he's dropping off a load for he's dropping off cargo for Kandahar Airfield, and he hobbles out of the vehicle with a fucking blood-soaked foot and fucking sandal. So we went and we fucking patched him up. We found out what the fuck was going on. So when it's, I hope it doesn't get like this is the peak of what might fucking happen.
I don't know, man. This is, like, I remember, like, what was it, 2015 was when that Ferguson shit went down?
Yeah, oh right.
Yeah, like, 2015 is when that Ferguson shit went down and, like, Baltimore burned to the ground. And this time, like, last time that happened, it was, it was fucked. Because, like, that situation went back and forth, like, how many times, the cop was guilty and then the dude was guilty and then the cop was guilty and the dude was guilty, and I can't even remember how the fuck that wound up being. But this time, man, like, there's no getting around it, like, and I guess this police department has had a fucking history of this shit. And this dude, I guess, I've been watching a lot of Tim Pool's videos on it today because he's been reporting on it nonstop. And
No.
fucking, what was it there? This guy had a video on YouTube explaining, like, how, the black youth and whatnot got to stop fucking being gangbangers and killing people and shit like that. And acting all tough.
Start sticking up.
And start behaving like normal, civilized fucking gentlemen.
Start being men and women of society, not just fucking
gutter
scum.
The fucking... And I guess this whole thing was over... I guess the dude had a counterfeit $20 bill that he didn't even know was a counterfeit. Like, I guess he was just trying to pay for something.
Yeah, I heard it was a bad check or something.
No, it was a bad $20 bill. That's all it was.
A bad $20 bill.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, well, fuck. I guess you're out $20. Where'd you get this from? Oh, okay. Well, we're gonna go down there then. But no, they fucking... They get this guy, they cuff him.
They called the cops, like, and basically said that, no, this guy tried to, like, what did the police, what did the police report go? What did the dispatch fucking record?
Oh, fuck, I don't even know what the dispatch recorded. All I know is, I was watching the video, and they're recording, like, they got video on YouTube there, like, from the two angles, where they're following the guy, and then there's one guy, I guess, who was across the street, got the big wide angle. Yeah. And at one point, the fella there, George, I think his name was.
George Floyd.
George Floyd, thank you. I'm a little stoned. Got a little bit of weed memory.
Hey,
can't remember us.
Hey, when I see a George go down,
George takes notice.
Yeah, George takes notice when a George goes down.
But yeah, no, I guess he went. Like they basically, the community in that area has been instructed to basically passively resist when the cops try to unjustly arrest you. It's basically they just go limp, go ragdoll. That's it. Force the cops to pick you up and carry you. And at one point, I guess, buddy, they know each other. The cop and this guy know each other. They worked at the same security job, had overlapping shifts.
Ooh.
So, like I said, man, this is getting complicated, but it's still murder.
It's murder.
Like, I don't know what this guy's fucking motivation was. Like, is he just a racist prick? Is he?
I mean, there was videos of, or there was a picture of him I seen wearing a. It wasn't a MAGA hat, but it was make whites great again.
Photoshopped.
That was photoshopped.
That was photoshopped. That was straight fake. Yeah, okay. I watched that one get debunked this afternoon.
All right, good. I mean,
Yeah. It was on the Tim Pool IRL podcast. They're like it's like one of the first things they're talking about. And the whole chat was just like, yeah, no, that's fake. It's fake. I guess even 4chan are just like, yeah, no, that's fake. And you know how
that's
4chan
bunk.
is. Weaponized autism.
Wep- you beat me to it. Love those motherfuckers, but Jesus Christ, take your Ritalin.
You know. But no,
Uh,
man, like I don't mean to laugh, but like this guy was like apparently he's had a bit of a rough start, but he was making an honest attempt to turn his shit around. Like, and apparently he was like a
George?
big,
George
big
Floyd was
gentle
trying to
giant
take a.
dude. Like, honestly, from from all the stuff I've seen so far, the guy seems to be of a good character, and this cop, for no better reason than other than he's just a fucking psychopathic prick, snuffs this guy's life out because he feels entitled to because he's got a fucking tin badge.
Tin badge and a fucking
The
rented
fucking
gun.
goddamn police unions and the police themselves have got to start fucking cleaning their ranks.
Oh
Or
yeah.
they shouldn't be policing by force. Like United States police, like the police in the United States and Canada here are the most militarized police on the entire fucking planet. Outside of actual countries that are active war zones. Like,
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, like even European police forces are starting to get pretty bad too.
but yeah, but they don't have even like small police forces outfitted with full tactical SWAT teams.
Oh yeah, you can just crack the back open, grab your
Yeah, like
patrol rifle, your military style carbine,
let's not even
and
crack
then
open that barrel of
then
fishing. Let's not crack open that barrel of stupidity again.
oh
As you can
okay,
see,
sorry.
I've got the old 76 cal sitting behind me.
The prohib,
Yeah,
the fucking prohib,
the
fucking
the, the
musket.
musket, a goddamn 200-year-old musket.
Man, I just want to own a cannon. I want to own a cannon
You
as a
can't
door piece.
anymore.
I know. I want to have
And I
fucking
wanted
gun
a
ports on my
blunderbuss.
house.
I wanted a
What?
blunderbuss. I wanted the first
Fuck.
person to break into my home to catch a chest full of flatware. When he goes to the ER and the doctors are pulling the pieces up, like, why the fuck is there a corkscrew and a fork and a knife and spoons? Is that a freaking wine stopper?
Man, I kind of want to kill someone with a fucking blunderbuss full of M&Ms.
How would you do that? Diabetes?
No, just fucking achievement unlocked. Taste the rainbow.
You mean Skittles then?
I said? What did I say? M&Ms?
M&Ms. Skittles
Oh,
is taste
fucking
the
great.
rainbow.
Fuck you. I'm stoned. Okay. Yes, then yes. Fucking a blunderbuss full of Skittles, packed to the fucking tits,
Yeah.
in all sorts of flavors, in your face.
I think you might have actually just created a new Boogaloo side quest.
Sweet. Such
So,
Boogaloo.
your thoughts on... So, we're pretty much in agreement here, man, that the cops need to change, right? Like the culture behind the police in North America need to change. And I'm not saying it's like any sort of institutional racism or shit like that. Because like in some places, yes. Other places, no. Because like you can think in some of the smaller communities, with the exception of apparently Lethbridge, most of these cops, if they do something stupid, are going to get ostracized by their own community. So they
Yep.
exercise a certain level of judgment. They're generally pretty good. Doesn't matter what that community is. They do it like the old style, police by consent.
Yeah. I
But
mean,
like the British style almost like police by consent, not police by force, which apparently now is the motto du jour of all North American police forces. I don't mean to
yeah.
paint it with such a broad brush, but
Like look at us if we ever fuck up overseas. I mean, you can look at our training. If someone fucks up on training, we all pay for it.
Yeah.
That makes sense. So we try not to fuck up. But if we fuck up royally overseas, that individual is going to pay dearly.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm not going to mention too much about my tour, but we had some mess ups over there. Some of us should have been charged. Some of us actually ended up going to jail, unfortunately. But
There's a few in every tour, bro.
there's a few on every tour, and but when we get to that level of but like we've had other officers in the past made videos. And I wish I could remember their names right now, but bless them. But awesome effort on their part to say that these people are seeing officers abuse their power
Yeah.
because of the new laws that are in effect, and that power is being told that this is what has to be done. This is the new moral, not just a new law, but a new moral. And some good officers may stand up and say "fuck this" and lose their job. And yes, some cops have been losing their job because they're not for it. They didn't join the force to to uphold shitty fucking laws. And then you got some, just like some soldiers that we know, who literally join this fucking outfit for a job or for whatever, and this is just money in their pocket. And then you got the some that just fucking take the job to the fucking next level, and then it empowers their mind, or it takes over their mind, let alone their lives. Uh, Correct me if I'm making any fucking shitty sense here.
No, no, it's all good, bro. I am like I get what you're saying. Um,
I'm saying that that police have to be a lot more responsible for what they have to do nowadays instead of covering shit up. Like, yeah, fucking being combat arms, we get it. Fucking, we fuck up, we drop a gun, and no one else says anything.
yeah,
Yeah, we both raise our eyebrows to that, but yeah, we've heard it, we've probably seen it, and it it happens. But this is our own country now. We don't have an invading force coming in. This is our own people.
yeah. But some of these places have seriously got to change though, because
Well,
like
I agree. I agree.
there's and the thing of it is it seems to be in a lot of these cities in the states. Like you don't hear so much about this in like rural small towns in the states because there's still like even our small towns here like these cops live here, so they have to more or less be, good to the community or the community's gonna fucking cut them out.
Yep.
But in these big cities, man, it's just like they don't they don't live there, they don't know the place.
Yeah, they probably just came
And
in
then
from
they
another state,
yeah.
another province, hell, sometimes another country, and then they're taught the laws here, or they may have bad habits from another force. Like, what'd you say? This guy was a security officer with George Floyd.
Yeah, I guess they worked security at one gig together and they had an overlapping shift for like 2 years.
Yeah.
Um,
So what's to say that this fucking not trying to defend this dude, but what's to say this guy just fucking had a power trip on his old job, got fired, managed to get on to fucking this job, and now he had the same power trip.
well, the other thing is the guy like they worked security and it was fairly recent, I guess, within the last like recent. But this guy's been a cop for 18, 19 years,
But had
and he
multiple complaints against him.
18 on record. Internal complaints. That's just internal complaints, not even external complaints. Internal.
Fuck.
That's what I'm saying, man. Their unions have got to shape the fuck up and realize that some of these people, you can't defend their actions. They can't be rehabilitated. They can't be shown that they won't abuse the power that they've been entrusted with. And they need to be held to either A, accountable for it, or B, divested of it. Because you can't have guys like this going around.
No, like legit, that is a fucking liability. Like if you wanted a career to be entrusted with power, and being a police officer, you're the bigger person in the situation where there is no bigger people around.
Yeah.
And you're pulling this shit. You don't deserve to be that bigger person anymore. You should be fucking gutter scum at that point. I know it kind of sounds very unintelligent, but fuck me. Like when you know you're supposed to trust a friend, and that friend doesn't have your back, but instead is imposing bullshit on you and acting more of the bully. There's something wrong.
Yeah, this is it's a fucked up situation, man. I'm just glad that the one guy now is going to be facing charges. But the thing of it is like, how the fuck are they going to find a jury to convict this? How can they find an impartial jury to convict this guy? They can't.
Oh,
By very, like... I'm not too familiar with American law, but I imagine they'd have to charge him in that city. And there's... You're not going to find 12 people in that entire city that ain't biased as fuck about what this guy did. Because everyone pretty much universally agrees that this asshole fucking murdered people. Like, this murdered George Floyd.
yeah.
I can't remember the fucking cop's name, and I don't care to know the cocksucker's name. All I know is he's a murderer prick. There's no allegedly about it. He was on video doing it.
Oh, he's the poster child for police brutality.
Yeah, at this point, yeah, like... You wonder why there's a problem with trust in America with its institutions, and in Canada with its institutions. You look at the behavior of those we trust with the power over us. They need to be held to the higher standard. You know, it's not just it's like the military. It's not just a 9 to 5, right?
No, it's not. It's not.
You took an oath, and you've been given a set of behaviors to abide by. And if you're not going to abide by them, what are you doing in that uniform? You shouldn't be in that uniform. And it sickens me to no end that there are so many stopgaps in place to protect these psychos.
No, you're right. You're right. And I do have a lot of pity for the cops that actually really want to do an honest job, and the other first responders that want to do an honest job and not just look at it as for a 9 to 5 thing. You know, the ones that want the help and need the help, and the ones that actually want to make it and actually take their job seriously.
Yeah, and then you get
professionals.
Yeah, and then
but this
on top
motherfucker just. Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead, bro. Finish your thought.
But this motherfucker exposed a lot of bullshit, and those members are gonna pay.
I don't think it's just gonna be him that's paying.
No,
I think that whole I think that whole police force is gonna be under a very, very large microscope for the very near, like, future, for lack of better terms. Yeah. Like, I wouldn't doubt that you're probably going to see that entire police force get fucking just purged. Absolutely fucking wiped clean. And you know what? At this point, who's good, who's bad? And the worst part is the community that is suffering the most by this bullshit is being burned to the ground by people who don't even live there. That are just taking advantage of their situation and their grief to do nothing but destroy. Like, I'm pretty sure, I'm pretty sure the fucking, that 4K TV that you just looted, that's exactly what, he wanted. That's exactly what George Floyd wanted, was you to go loot that 4K TV, or to go punch that grandmother in a wheelchair in the back of the head.
And that was his last word. Wasn't that his, that was his video to the generation, was not to be that, not
to do shit like that. To come home, take personal... Like, he was basically sounding like a black Jordan Peterson.
I know. He dropped a lot of N-bombs, but fuck.
Whatever. You gotta talk how people understand, correct?
Yeah, no, 100%.
But yeah, man, like... It's weird. Because every time this happens and all this looting fucking happens, it seems like
it
You know,
just
it's people who
increases
don't
that.
live there.
It's the people that not live there, but when you look at the media and you look at other people who are in that community that are looking at this, they just see that gap between um, protective services and the community get wider.
Yeah.
It spreads the gap so much, and it's almost like these Antifa fuckers just hop on a fucking ghetto ass bus and just fucking rowdy down there like a bunch of war boys from Mad Max.
A bunch of LARPers from Mad Max.
Yeah, LARPers from Mad Max. There we go. Because
Because
the war
you put
boys are
these
actually
guys up
cool.
against anyone who's actually going to engage in a fight, and they run and buckle real quick.
I know, it's great. It's like they
You ever see Antifa riot in a city where gun control isn't an issue?
no, because they're gonna get shot.
Mm-hmm.
Those motherfuckers gonna get shot.
Yeah, Antifa only shows up if they know there's no chance that they're going to get hurt. And if they
Yeah,
are going to
hence why
get
they
hurt,
showed
there's
up
going to be
in
enough
this-
cameras around to make them look like martyrs.
Yeah, like the CN fucking barricades, and now you have the riots in the U.S. It's yeah. Any conspiracy theorists listen to this, man? Fucking just take note of where they might pop up next time, and then call themselves whatever fucking citizens. I'm not trying to sound like a fucking conspiracy theorist, but it almost sounds like, all right, it almost sounds like a Scooby-Doo episode. Who's been causing all this? Antifa. We should have known.
Yeah, no kidding, right?
Yeah, right? Fuck.
I don't know, man. It seems like every time this happens, a city burns to the ground in the States, and everyone forgets about it about a week later, and nothing ever changes. And I don't think it's going away this time. I really don't think it's going away.
No, because this guy really fucking.
They blew up a police station.
That didn't even happen in the LA riots, for fuck's sakes, did it?
No, they straight up burnt down a police station. Apparently, they got in, even into the evidence lockers.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What was in there, I wonder.
Gee, I wonder. Oh, hello. Hello, Sheldon. Cats.
Actually, was there any major crimes that happened in Minnesota lately?
Oh,
I mean, aside from
dude,
this, was there-
it's a major city. There's
Yeah, I
bound
know,
to be
but-
shit tons of crime. I bet you that locker
I know,
was
but
filled
ain't-
with drugs and guns.
Yeah, no, but my only thought was, like, I wonder if there's anything other, like, relative news that happened before this shit happened.
I don't know, man. But all I know is Minnesota's burning, and a couple other cities, I guess, are starting a fucking riot now too. So we'll see what happens. Between cities burning down in the States and Trump trying to burn down Twitter.
And then you got China imposing, trying to fighting about
trying to burn down the
160
rest of the
countries.
world.
What was that?
China trying to burn down the rest of the world.
Yep, and then you got
Fucking-
Canada dividing itself.
Destroying Hong Kong. So
Oh,
Hong
yeah.
Kong's fallen.
Hong Kong's fallen, Taiwan's gonna fall, or Taiwan.
Taiwan won't fall.
What?
Taiwan won't fall. Though Taiwan will go down swinging.
Oh yeah, either one of those two are gonna kick off a conflict real fast.
No, I guess China's been mobilizing and putting on a war foot and whatnot. I don't know what they think they're gonna do. Like, China's got a massive army. Do they really think they can sustain any sort of prolonged operation with a force that large? An untested force, no less.
Yeah, and they already have access to fucking Canada's gold and fucking oil now, so that's gonna be a fucking shit kicker.
Oh yeah, of course, because our prime minister just absolutely loves to suck the chai calm dick. There's no other way to put it, man. You know, freaking what's his nuts there? Winnie the frickin' Pooh there says, and then Trudeau, you know, opens up and gobbles down.
Oh yeah. Trudeau kind of reminds me of Piglet in a way, except more cuckish.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I've never seen someone just try so hard to, you know, simp for the Fourth Reich, for the lack of better words. They're trying to take over every nation around them for Lebensraum. They have annexed a Freeport City, effectively, you know, destroyed the freedoms of a couple million people right then and there.
Yep, practically cut themselves off from every other country.
Let's see what
That's
else have they done. Oh,
started a border war.
yeah, given the coup
Using
to the world again.
given the coup, using concentration camps
Yeah, the Uyghur
in one of the
Muslims. They've got a
provinces.
million freaking Uyghurs in concentration camps. Lord
Yep,
knows how many political dissidents in rehabilitation and re-education camps. You know, it's China is literally a totalitarian nightmare, and our government is going out of its way to simp for it.
never
Like, who
simp.
gets in bed with that?
Someone who likes cleaning shitty sheets, I wonder.
Like, there's no logical or moral argument for working with China any longer.
No, and the more these ties get cut from China, the more aggressive I can see the situation happening.
Oh yeah, it'll be the
I
same
don't
thing
know
that
about
happened to the
Canada.
Japanese back in the 30s. The states started cutting them off, embargoing them. Japan, said, okay, well, we got to try to. Well, they threw a sucker punch and won a fist fight, but that's about all they managed to do.
Yeah, and then we have other other countries that really don't like China. Look at Japan. Japan's ready to fucking. Oh, I think they kind of got their coof thing fucking crushed by now.
You know what? It's weird because I'm the biggest thing about this whole thing is like the conflicting reports that are coming out literally every other day now. You know, this is good, this is bad, this is good, this is bad. Like, I have
It's scary.
heard the lockdown was supposed to be good and bad, and now it may have backfired, and Sweden was the model for awesomeness, and now Sweden is not the model for awesomeness, and Japan did a great job, but now Japan isn't doing a great job, and there is so much conflicting information about what's going on right now. It's no wonder people are fucking annoyed and freaking the fuck out.
And then you got the CDC saying that
They're literally spouting Chinese propaganda.
the CDC or the WHO.
Both.
The CDC was going against the WHO.
Oh, they finally come around?
Yeah, they said something that they gave like like it wasn't what the WHO said. The CDC looked at the virus and deemed that it wasn't as fatal. Like the what the WHO did was blew up what the virus was 13 times. What it actually was. This thing
Oh,
was
okay.
no more deadly than a cold than the flu.
Well, and then the bunch of monkeys fucking stole a bunch of virus samples in India.
Is that propaganda news though?
No, that's not. They've got video of the monkeys stealing the samples. They attacked a lab assistant who was carrying COVID-19 like blood samples, and they
Right.
stole the samples. That's how fucking Planet of the Apes started. Honest to Christ. I swear to God, if fucking goddamn chimpanzees start riding over the mountains on horseback, I'm done. I'm leaving Earth. Had enough.
Yep, we're done. This is
Yep.
getting fucked up, man. Like
2020 can't get any more fucking nuts, but here we are. Monkeys stealing viruses.
monkey stealing viruses, riding horseback, and fucking taking our jobs.
Yeah! Now you're gonna hear us talk
Fucking
about monkeys taking our gerbs.
they took our jobs.
Oh.
Ass
Holy
motherfucker.
hell. How can you tell though I need a haircut, eh? Like, this is getting nuts. I haven't had hair this long since I was homeless, Jesus.
Bro, you got like that Polly Shore look on the go.
except less,
Kind of dating myself.
except less curly.
Actually, no. Rob Schneider. Rob Schneider. You got that Rob Schneider hair.
Oh, fuck. I am much taller and better looking than Rob Schneider.
Fucking Deuce Bigelow, Village Glow.
There's your
We'll
deuces
send you
right
to
there.
Europe. We'll send you to fucking Europe.
As I somehow managed to fucking punch my microphone while giving you the finger. Oh man,
Jesus,
so yeah, what a week,
one-
eh? Fucking this shit, and then Trump nuking Twitter. Oh, that is gonna be beautiful. And I guess as soon as Twitter censored the president's second opinion tweet, Ted Cruz is like, all right, we're just gonna open up an investigation into Twitter now.
Yeah, they're gonna find a lot of shit coming their way.
Yeah, and the sad thing is there's literally no way Twitter can pretend that they aren't biased and that they aren't curating data and they aren't curating opinions on there. I can say one name that'll guarantee they lose if they bring it up. Alex Jones. When they banned Alex Jones, that was it. We knew that was going to be the fucking beginning of the end. They were going to start shadow banning people left and right until someone in government finally turned around and said, fuck you. You're a platform or you're a publisher. You can't be both. And now Trump pulls this executive order and says, that's it. We're going to enforce it. You've been riding both horses way too long. Because they've been testifying before Congress before. They've said, we don't, as a platform, we do this, and then they'll turn around and go, and as a publisher, we have done this. What are you? Are you a platform or a publisher? You can't ride both horses any longer. You're done.
Same thing with Facebook, same thing with Google.
Oh, yeah, Zuckerberg's crazy defense, where, like, it's like, oh, so all those people you banned off of Facebook, are you going to let them back on? Am I going to see Tommy Robinson back on Facebook? Am I going to see fucking Sargon back on Facebook? Paul Joseph Watson?
How about are we going to see gun communities come back with the
gun communities back on Facebook? Exactly.
Yeah, when are we going to see small businesses come back on Facebook? When are we going to see group charities, all this crap come back?
Yeah.
Just because we use XYZ to get the job done.
My other cat is squawking at me.
Squawking?
Squawking.
Or gawking? Quawking.
Doing all three.
Huh.
Oh, well, he'll get over it. No, man, but 2020 has been an absolutely wild fucking ride this year.
Broskies, I'm kind of in the mood to switch this popcorn out for fried chicken at this point. This shit's getting good.
I know.
Man, fucking coconut fried chicken, here he come.
Yeah. So you got any thoughts on the whole issue with the 230?
With the 230.
With the Section 230?
Well, I know guys at the Rebel News who got escorted out of from doing an interview with Trudeau.
What is with that? Like, okay, now, I understand Rebel News. I want to... Okay, they are a media source. They are non-mainstream. They are biased as hell. Yeah, like, they have a serious slant. But just like all the other news, it just happens to be in the other direction.
Yeah. However, you have people coming in to interview Trudeau who are from the CTV, CBC.
Yeah, if you're
Global.
I'm sorry, but like, there's still a news media outlet. They still have an audience. They still have a platform. Freedom of the press is still a thing.
They do, and the fact that he was escorted out just shows that freedom of the press is not
only for those of the correct ideological opinion in Canada does they get freedom of the press.
So I'm hoping that that 230 gets the point across to Canada as well.
Nope, because you know what I honestly see happening? If Trump pulls this and pops the 230, because all of these big tech organizations have the same ideological slant as Canada's current government. Like, it's all the same ideological progressive slant, intersectional feminism, all that fucking oppression Olympics bullshit.
LGBT, Luigi got big titties.
The alphabet folks. You know, you know, I'm all for equality in the eyes of the law, but the minute you start requesting special privileges on top of that, I'm gonna be like, nope, nope, equality or nothing.
Yep.
That's what you get, equality or nothing.
Like, congratulations for not treating you like subhumans. You're not being treated like subhumans
Yeah,
anymore.
you're not being locked up. You're not being forcibly sterilized. You're not being
Yep.
thrown into insane asylums. You can get married under the law. You can adopt under the law. The whole like, if you're fully equal under the law, that should be good enough. Same as everyone else. Get on with your life.
Yeah.
But the minute you start requesting special privileges, the minute I'm going to, put my foot down. Anybody, I don't care. I'm an egalitarian. Everyone gets the same equal start. Fine. After that, get there on your own.
Yeah.
I forgot where I was going with this point. Fuck, that was some good weed. What were we talking about again?
We were talking about how tech companies
Oh,
share the
right.
same ideologies.
So
as our
they've all got the same ideological slant. $20 says that Trudeau turns around and offers these companies nice big subsidies to come to
we can't.
to come to the Silicon Valley in Ottawa or Montreal in his own riding and have a guaranteed pipeline to government money.
Or he's honestly, I don't think he's that smart. I think he's that much of a puppet to China that he'll probably try to get those companies to be protected in China from and get Chinese business more. I'm honestly thinking that motherfucker, the money that he's throwing out, is not solely our money, but it's actually China's money, and we're gonna pay this back. And the Canadian public are gonna have to pay this back in some way or another.
If that happens, you'd watch how fast politicians are being let out of places in handcuffs.
Oh,
Because if they
yeah, but
didn't get let out of Parliament in handcuffs, if that were the case, the public would go in and tar and feather them. There's no way that if it turns out that was the case, that Canada was spending Chinese money, that
putting ourselves in debt in China.
yeah, indebting ourselves to China in such an overt fashion, like, especially without the Canadian public's consent, because you guarantee
Well, look at
no
the fuck
Canadian
he's
public's
already
agreeing
pulled.
to that. Like, that our government would either have to be arrested immediately, en masse, or the public would just storm them and take them down. Like, at that point, that's treason on such a profound level that
That's like, that's like the French Revolution, fucking
yeah, that's
kind of style.
you'd probably see it, the guillotine make a comeback.
Oh,
Like,
dude, you're gonna see
not that I'm
you're gonna
saying
see
that
a
I would adore such violence. Due process is a thing.
but I want to see I want to see a guillotine with a maple leaf on it.
Instead of shink, it would probably say sorry.